Welcome, movie fans, to another episode of Hollow Victories. I am your host, Matt Presents, joined as always by my 2000s co-host.
Hello, my name is Ronaldo Lapuz, but you can call me Makal. The 2000s comment works really well for that one. That's one that not a lot of people are going to get, but if you get it, you get it.
This is a very 2000s episode. We're looking at the 2001 Mariah Carey film Glitter versus the 2003 Kelly Clarkson film From Justin to Kelly. I call it a Kelly Clarkson film. It's Kelly Clarkson and the guy who came in second in the first season of American Idol.
Yeah. Let's just call him second place.
Justin Guarini.
Let's just
or
call
something
him
to that effect.
Let's just call him number two.
Number two.
Not
Kelly Clarkson.
I'm saying let's call him number two because Kelly Clarkson won, didn't she?
Yeah, no, I said we should call him not Kelly Clarkson.
Okay. No, yeah. Okay, that's fair. I thought you were asking me like not Kelly Clarkson. I'm like, well, why would Kelly Clarkson be number two? It doesn't make sense. We want to just jump right into it. I do have a question to bring up, but I feel like it can be brought up individually for each movie.
Sure. We'll just get into it. Why not?
Let's just
introduce
jump into
Glitter
it.
for us, Micah. Michael. Ooh, that's my brother's name.
All right, so I'm a little conflicted right here. Can I say something, actually?
Sure.
So the release date says, because I normally give the release date and the director, even though I don't even think you do that, but it says the release date was September 21st, 2001, but I heard not Kelly Clarkson, Mariah Carey say, when she was like saying one of the reasons the movie didn't do well is because it was released on September 11th, 2001. And so either
I do believe the 22nd is the 21st is the correct date.
So either Mariah Carey is being I mean, it's still, the thing is, like, you wouldn't even need to lie about that. That would still be like, it was released like right after 9/11. You don't have to, but
that's still like 10 days after 9/11.
Yeah, she's either being dishonest about the actual release though, or she just didn't remember, or it did actually get released in some places. Who knows? This could be lost in translation to time. Sometimes information is just incorrect.
Sure.
But enough people think it's right to where like that's what's officially posted. But yeah, this movie was released September 21st, 2001, directed by Von D. Curtis Hall. And I looked at his other filmography, and I've never heard of any of the movies he made, so I don't know much about this guy. But it is
He didn't make that many other movies, did he?
There was a decent list, but they all
2 or 3. Oh yeah, hold on, I have heard of Gridlocked with Tupac.
But the movie stars a girl named Billy. We follow her as a kid, seeing her relationship with her mom and how the mom had to give her away because she couldn't afford to take care of her. And this girl grows she meets 2 other people at the orphanage, becomes great friends, and they become a musical group. And she becomes really popular. And then she meets a boy named Julian, who after like her career starts to take off, and they form a really good bond. But Julian has
I feel like it's unfair to call him Julian. He goes by Dice.
Dice. You're right. Dice has started shit with other people. You know, he owes people some money specifically because of the contract with Billy, and those people come looking for vengeance and make things complicated.
No, that's Avril Lavigne.
Stop interrupting my intro.
Sorry, go on.
And yeah, it's just kind of Billy becoming big and Julian getting into shenanigans, and eventually someone fucking shoots Julian and he's dead. And then Billy gives a big speech at the end about how she stops one song before singing others, and we have to love those who are around us while they're here. And it's like, okay, I guess that was the message of the movie. And then she finds her mom. I don't normally give the whole plot away, but it's also like, I don't even know what to say about this. This is like such a nothing movie. This is fucking awful. Matt, go ahead. What do you think of it?
He was kind of a piece of shit.
He was.
Fuck him.
I didn't like him. I didn't like anyone in this movie, but I especially didn't like. I was confused on what they were trying to say about him. Like I wasn't sure who the movie was defending. The other movie has issues with that too. I will say I think Dice is probably the worst, but at least he got shot in the head, you know.
Yeah. Ah, jeez. Here's the thing, I told you, like, I kind of skimmed this not too long ago for my, like, Wikipedia's worst video that never came out. And I remember finding some parts of it funny. Like some of the dialogue is really awkward, the performances are really bad. And like, oh my god, they suck Mariah Carey's dick so hard in this movie.
I thought it was
Like
like
every scene someone's like, wow, you're a really great singer.
I saw it as like self worship, and and for a second I didn't even realize that she wasn't playing herself. I remember you had to correct me. Now that was pretty early in the movie, to be fair, but I thought that
And
this
I
was
mean,
like a Mariah Carey
she is kinda playing herself. It's one of those things where it's like she's playing a character, but the character is clearly just kinda her.
Yeah, I looked into some of the reviews and cast and reaction because this movie was like you said, it's in the top like bottom 100 movies on Wikipedia. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Wikipedia is worse. Yeah, film's considered the worst by Wikipedia.
It has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, it's not liked. Funny enough, the only person heard say anything nice about the movie was Roger Ebert, but it wasn't. It was more so he just said that he liked the energy that Mariah Carey brought, but he said that, like, the sad thing is that we didn't get to see anything fun. Like, it did not look like Billy was having a fun time, is what he said. So he didn't like the movie. He didn't like the movie. He just gave props to the performance. I didn't really get anything from Mariah Carey in this, and I didn't get anything good or bad. Like I don't like. I wasn't annoyed by her character, and I mean I do think she has a good singing voice for what it's worth. But I didn't get into any of the songs.
And I have seen her in other films, and I don't think she is a bad actress. They give her like almost nothing to work with in this film. Her singing is good. It's like, yeah, okay, I like listening to her sing. And
I like
that's,
her voice,
I
but
mean, almost something I would give this over from Justin and Kelly. I would rather listen to the music in this film.
the both. I guess I agree with you because I do think the music in from Justin to Kelly is obnoxious. But it's also like presented more fun in from Justin to Kelly. This movie is just like boring to look at. What an ugly color palette this movie has. Like what boring, uninspired cinematography it has. Horrible color grading. I thought this was a TV movie. We were like halfway through, and I said, "This didn't make it into theaters, right?" And you said, "Yes." It's like this doesn't. I understand the 2000s had movies that I don't know. There was a certain style to like early 2000s movies where they didn't always look that cinematic. But I mean, this does not look like something that belongs on the big screen. I saw a quote from Mariah Carey because, like, over the years, she's kind of distanced herself from this movie. And one thing she said about it is that going in, she believed it was something that had a lot of substance, but it ended up being something that she felt was catered to 10-year-olds. And I think this and From Justin to Kelly, the way I described it to you just a few moments ago when we were still watching From Justin to Kelly, is that yeah, these feel like Disney Channel movies that aren't appropriate for Disney Channel. And
Absolutely.
I actually think Disney Channel films often, not all of them, some of them are on par with these two, but often, especially the musicals, the one because those are a big deal for Disney. At least they used to be with Disney Channel. I don't even know if Disney Channel's around anymore, if I'm being honest. But those are important, and those did have more of High School Musical definitely has more of a soul than either of these two do.
Yeah.
It's just like, like it was not fun watching these. They're for completely different reasons, though, in my opinion. Like, I think they both struggle in different areas.
Yeah, I feel like I said to you last episode that this was going to be a fun pair up, and I don't know why I said that. These are like incredibly forgettable movies.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up at the start of the episode, and I forgot. Matt, we're having a bad year. Not in terms of episodes. I think the episodes have been great, so I'm gonna let you do your thing, work your magic. I think the episodes have been solid. The watch-alongs. I've enjoyed doing one episode this year, and that was Fat Albert versus Rocky and Bullwinkle. Everything else has been like such a fucking drag to sit through. The X-Men movies were worse than this. I'll say that much. I was more bored during the X-Men movies than these two.
Really?
Because these two have like a weird 2000s campiness to them, where I'm kind of laughing at it, but like not enough. Not enough to be enjoyable. Glitter is probably on par with the X-Men movies in terms of my entertainment, where From Justin to Kelly I did actually find kind of amusing, but not for good reasons. Not for good reasons. This is not me saying From Justin to Kelly wins, because these are both shit. But yeah, I was going to ask you, what is your experience? I wanted to ask this at the start of each movie, because what is your experience of Mariah Carey? How do you feel about her as a performer? Because I have an opinion, but you go ahead first.
she's fine. I'm not much into pop, but like
Yeah.
as far as pop stars go, Mariah Carey is one of the more tolerable ones in my opinion. I like All I Want for Christmas Is You. Like I'm not a Grinch. I like that song.
I was gonna say, like, I think that when you look at Christmas music, most of the popular songs are like really, really old. Like, I think John Lennon's So This
Yeah.
Is Christmas is one of the newer popular Christmas songs still, you know?
Yeah.
But Mariah Carey, even though that song is probably like 2 decades old by now, All I Want
Sure.
for Christmas kind of came in a more modern time and like made a classic. I mean, I think All I Want for Christmas is to this day still one of the most popular Christmas songs. Like, it's
Absolutely.
people, I don't I don't hear people singing Jingle Bells anymore. I hear people singing All I Want for Christmas though. um that's a huge accomplishment, even if Mariah Carey never accomplished anything else, which I'm not saying she hasn't. I think she has. That's a huge accomplishment. I give her props for that.
Yeah.
I used to love All I Want for Christmas. I think I will love it again once I stop working in retail, because I don't mind hearing a song pop up that I've heard a million times when it only plays once a year. But when I hear it for the first time in retail, it's like, I'm going to hear this song 20 times a day, every single day now.
Merry Christmas,
That's where the
everyone.
dread comes. That's where the dread comes in. But yeah, I do agree. All I Want for Chris. She at least has one song I like, and that's more than I can say about a lot of musicians. So kudos to Mariah Carey for that. I think she has a great singing voice in this movie, but I did not like a single song. I did like. I just don't care. I
Uh
don't get into any of them.
that's fair, I guess.
Both of these are musicals, so that's a problem.
Yeah. She's in that movie Precious, which I was not that into, but I was also kind of like, I am clearly not the demographic for this movie.
Right.
But she was good in that, so like I have to think like that feels more like her trying to get into acting and like take a dramatic role. This is like, oh, Mariah Carey, you're the biggest pop star right now. Time to do a movie with you in it.
Yeah, how honestly and openly she talked about this movie is preventing me from going harder on her, because it's like, it feels like self-worship. When I saw this, I was like, oh, like, it made like watching this made me like Mariah Carey less. And then when I saw her admit, nah, I wasn't really into it either, it's like, okay, this feels like an ego move when you're young and really like popping off, you're becoming really big. But if you can at least acknowledge it was that, I'll let you slide. Because this was bad. This was terrible.
Oh
But maybe,
yeah, no,
but it
it's
wasn't really her fault. It wasn't really her fault.
it is constantly like, wow, you were the greatest singer I've ever heard.
I would say it's less embarrassing than Cold as Ice, but Cold as Ice is like so fucking entertaining. Cool as Ice. Cool as
Yeah,
Ice.
cool as ice. But that cool as ice is funny because he's like trying so hard, and you're like, dude, you're Vanilla Ice.
You're not cool. You. That's my boy. That's a way better. That's a way better fit for you.
I I almost feel like people have like come around on Vanilla Ice as like a funny novelty, honestly.
I think it's because
like,
it kind of
it's
embraced
just
it.
Yeah, it's just
That's the
kind of
best thing
funny
you can
that
do.
he exists, that he did all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And hey, look, he still did it. That's even if he's kind of a joke, he still got up and did it, and that's more than a lot of us can say. So
Sure.
no complete hatred for Vanilla Ice. A little. I'm gonna keep making fun of him, but
Sure.
you could probably make fun of me for shit too. Anyway. Yeah, it's just this is such an unprofessionally made movie. It's not edited well. The colors are horrible. Like literally, like the color of this film looks like someone poured like mud over all of the film. I'm assuming it wasn't film and it was digital by this point. Although it's hard to say because it was 2001. So
2001, it probably would be film,
yeah, you know what?
unless it was like really pushing into digital. Like from Justin to Kelly, I could almost buy was digital. This was probably film.
It just looks so. It's just an ugly movie to look at. Like it's just.
Yeah.
I don't like. I know that sounds like, what do you mean? I guess you just have to look at it to know what I mean. Like nothing.
There's
unless
hardly
the
any
version,
glitter in this movie. It's like
Yeah,
it's mostly confetti. She has like a glitter paint on her like shoulder throughout the entire movie, and that's like the extent of it.
there's like not a lot of color to the movie, and here's the thing: color isn't even like. There's black and white movies that are beautiful to look at, and there's movies that like are desaturated that are beautiful to look at because they work within a style. This movie just looked like they didn't really know what they were doing. I just think it's ugly to look at. I don't think that it's lit very well. I don't think that the if there are sets that are good to look at in this movie, it was so dark throughout a lot of it. You know,
Yeah.
it just didn't. It was just an ugly movie to look at, and when you're already so bored by the characters and story and music, when you can't even like appreciate the visuals, it's like, good lord, like I get why this is I get why this is on the bottom 100. If I watched every single movie on that bottom 100, there's a chance I wouldn't believe it deserves to be here, but I think it'd be a candidate still. Like this is really a movie that I think offers nothing. It's like really bad. It's like it's not even in the bottom 10 for my Hollow Victories ranking, but it is really bad. I fucking hated watching this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's funny bad enough either. There's a little bit of funny bad in it, but it's not consistent enough.
I get you. I feel you. It's not just a flat out terrible movie. It is mostly just boring. And it has those moments that are kind of funny that elevate it a little, but really it does fall in like a very forgettable area. It's far from the worst, but it's just forgettable. It's just nothing.
I would go
You know what I
easier.
mean?
I do, and I would go a little easier on it if it was a TV movie because it looks like a TV movie. It feels like a TV movie. You know what I mean by that? Like
That yeah, no, that checks out. You're 100% right.
this doesn't look like it belongs in a theater. Like it doesn't, and neither does from Justin to Kelly. Like these are two movies where like really theaters. Does that mean nothing? Good lord! Like these do not. This looks like something I would come downstairs and see my sisters watching on TV. You know,
Yeah.
I would buy I'd buy High School Musical or Camp Rock being in theaters before I'd buy this being in theaters, and neither of those were in theaters. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's I know I probably sound really pretentious and egotistical saying that, but it has nothing to do with like the camera quality or anything like that. It has to do with like how it was presented. It looked like this was shot really quickly for television.
Yeah.
Because there's YouTubers who make movies that I think deserve, like some of Joel Haver's movies, I would absolutely go and see on the big screen. You know, even some of Rich Alvarez's movies, I would go and see on the big screen, like the clicking noise and shit like that, or Austin Stevenson's Love Spoons. YouTuber movies, amateur film that I would absolutely buy going to see in a theater. But these, no, this is this is like Lifetime shit.
Yeah.
Lifetime might be a better example than Disney Channel, actually.
But it definitely fits more into that Disney Channel mold of like, ooh, we're trying to sell a pop star, and like, here's my rise in the musical industry, you know.
And they both kind of do it set in, like I was gonna say, especially from Justin to Kelly, but no, because like from Justin to Kelly fulfills that beach party side of things, while Glitter fulfills that musician going into a recording studio and then becoming big and famous. Like both of those would be a Disney Channel plot with that Disney Channel flow, if you know what I'm saying. It's everyday, bro.
Yeah.
When are we gonna do the Logan Paul? Well, we already did a Logan Paul movie.
We did do a Logan Paul movie.
We could do Airplane. Let's do Airplane versus Airplanes.
Was the airplane mode with him?
Airplane mode. Airplane mode. It was him or Jake. I think it was Logan, but it could have been Jake. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Logan.
Want to go into cast?
Let's talk about the cast. I don't know that we'll be on cast very long because we already kind of talked about Mariah Carey, Max Beasley as Dice. This is the only movie I've ever seen him in.
Yeah, I'm looking at his list to see if I recognize him from anything else. And nope, he was in Mad Men, which I hear is a good show. No, never mind. Mad Dogs. I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, I have no idea. I have never heard of any of the shit he's in. But he's been in a lot of shit, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know. No, he wasn't, like, great. And his character was... I blame most of it on the script because his character's confusing.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that I pin on him. Like, I think the script did not give him a lot to work with, so... This is funny. One of her friends, Louise, is played by Dub Rat, who appeared alongside Shaquille O'Neal in Kazam.
Ooh.
So she has potential to come back.
I mean, it probably would be Kazam, then, wouldn't it be? You have Kazam planned one day?
I don't know what I'd pair it with, but it could show up.
Is there a second Shaquille O'Neal movie you could pair it up with?
Possibly.
What else is this guy known for? This silly Billy. I don't know if there's anyone else in the movie really worth bringing up. There,
Tia Texada is her other friend, and she was in From Dusk Till Dawn, so
hmm.
that's something, and The Amazing Spider-Man, so that's something.
Terrence Howard, I think, was the one who was like threatening
Oh
him.
yeah, Terrence Howard is like a popular actor. You know, he was the guy in Iron Man who gets replaced by Don Cheadle in all the other movies.
He was on Empire, which is a pretty popular show. Haven't seen it, but I know it was big when it was out. Princess and the Frog. That's a good one. Movie 43. Oh my god. You know, the only funny thing about movie 43 is how many big actors that would be putting on the Hall of Victories list.
Yeah, if we did that, so many returning actors would show up.
You would put like actors that I really like on here, like Bob Odenkirk would be a Hall of Victories movie guy. Now I don't think he's appeared yet.
I don't. Not that I can remember.
Emma Stone would be here, and Emma Stone's like maybe my favorite actress.
Still working, probably.
I like Emma Stone, Tilda Swinton, and Kate Blanchett a lot. Those are like the three I normally go to. But there's others that I really like. So it's one of those. The more I thought about, the longer the list would grow. Anyway, on topic. On topic.
I mean, I think we might be done with this topic.
I'm okay with that.
Anne Magnuson was in Tank Girl.
If we do movie 43, you know what it'll be? It'll be like the episode with the longest cast discussion ever.
Yeah.
Up. Here's shame. We're gonna be shaming all of Hollywood with that one, because that movie is like that is the most notable thing about that movie. Is just like, how the fuck is this person in here? It's like one of the biggest
Yeah.
head scratchers of all time. Like, how did movie 43 happen? How did it happen?
It's such a weird like Emperor's New Clothes thing where it's like, oh well, this other celebrity's gonna be in it, and so like more celebrities kept agreeing to be in it.
It's like half of Hollywood got blackmailed.
I wonder who like the first celebrities on board were to like the first dominoes in that effect. Anyways, are we ready to move on to From Justin to Kelly?
I think we are.
A Tale of Two American Idols. So, From Justin to Kelly tells the story of Kelly, not Clarkson, played by Kelly Clarkson, who goes on spring break, and she runs into this guy Justin, played by Justin Guarini, the runner-up for Guarini. I hope that's like Garini, maybe. I don't know if I'm supposed to pronounce the U or not. I didn't watch season 1 of American Idol. I didn't watch hardly any American Idol, frankly. We should have paired this up with the William Hung movie.
I really didn't watch a lot of American Idol either, but my reference to at the beginning of the episode for my fake name was a person who didn't make it past auditions, but to me is the only person on American Idol that matters. I'll play that for you after this if I remember, because you should see
Sure.
it. His appearance on American Idol is so fucking charming and so fucking likable and so funny that they literally brought him back for the finale of that season. And also, I used his song as the credit song for the first episode of Dungeons and Duckies. Like, he is just such a... He had a little bit of a career because of his failed audition on American Idol, because just of how much of an impression he made. Like, yeah, and to this day, I still remember him, and to this day, I still love him. I'm going to make him, like... When we do Survivor streams again, I'm bringing him back as a contestant.
Sounds good. So where were we? Kelly meets Justin, and she kind of, she hits it off with him, but she's having trouble getting in touch with him. He spots one of her friends and tries to get her number from her friend, but her friend's a manipulative bitch, so she just gives him her number and is like texting him and being a dick about it the whole time. And I mean, I guess that's kind of the whole movie, is like Justin and Kelly trying to like have some sort of connection, trying to get together, but like this bitch friend of hers keeps fucking everything up for them. And her other friend starts dating a waiter, and one of the guys from NCIS is there, and he gets a really bad sunburn and is trying to find this girl he's dating online. back when that was like an unusual thing. Michael, what'd you think of From Justin to Kelly?
It looks like a TV movie, again, just like Glitter. It
A
justifies...
little less so, but like, yeah.
It's closer to Disney Channel than Glitter is, because of the beach. Really, it's because it's the beach setting and there's brighter colors.
And better editing.
Not much better. Better, yes, but I mean, they speed up shots that weren't shot well enough to speed up. Like, there's some really bad shots in this movie because of the way they decided to present them. Like, really, really unprofessional. Like, me as an individual, I could do better. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I take pride in my work. I don't want me to say, like, oh, I could be better. It's like an insult to a movie, but it's like, no, me with no crew and a drone could do better than what they did. Like, it's like embarrassing how bad they did with some of it. But the songs have absolutely no justification to happen in this movie. It's a musical where not one of the songs is fucking justified. They just happen. They don't tell the story. They bring the story to a halt. In Glitter, at the very least, you can say it's a movie about a musician whose career is moving forward, so the songs are used to show the career moving forward. I don't like that. I don't think that's that interesting. But major biopics like Elvis and Bohemian Rhapsody do the same thing, so I don't think it's any worse than those in terms of how they use the songs. It's a little worse. It is okay. I'm being a little uncharitable. It's a little worse than those two, but it's still boring. It's not a very interesting way to do it, but it's at least justified. This movie, I don't think justifies the songs at all. The only reason the songs are in there is because you have two American Idol stars starring in it, so of course it has to be a musical. Not one of the songs needs to be there, and they're not interesting. The choreographer, you mentioned, it's funny at the end, is the first person credited in the credits, and the choreography is probably the best part of the movie, and it's not like, oh, this is amazing choreography, but they do create dances for every single scene, and they all are doing it at the same time. Like, that had to have taken work. I'm not an expert on how that goes. I imagine whoever the choreographer was did actually work and try in this movie, so I'll give them that. There were scenes where I'm like, I don't hate the dance they're doing. With all these people doing it at once, it doesn't look like shit, but it could have been shot better, but that's not on him or her.
Sure.
I think it was a him. Yeah, it's not a very good looking movie. And it's not very well done. I did get some sincere laughs from it. I kind of like Eddie as a character, the nerdy guy. I kind of liked him. I was surprised. Yeah. And there's also this really douchey guy. I forget his name. He's like the douche friend of the trio, the guys. And they don't even feel like much of a trio because I don't think they all interact as a group in any other scene other than the opening. But they're all established in the opening, at least. Like, Eddie does not look like he belongs in that trio.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, like, the douchey friend is so douchey that you're like, why do either of you hang out with him? Because Justin, it turns out, is like a good guy.
Is it Greg? Is Greg the character? I just see this buff guy on a beach. Is that Greg? That's like his Google picture. He is a really big douchebag, but the movie does something kind of funny with him. Because he's constantly punished for being a douchebag throughout the movie. Like, horrible shit is happening to him the entire time. And he also has a thing for the beach cop. And I think that was kind of funny and kind of charming. Like, because it's like, it's the buzzkill and the douchebag. Like, it's two characters. It's like, I don't mind seeing them get together because I don't think either of them are especially good people. So it's like, yeah, fine. I have no problem with this pair up. And also it's kind of funny. Those are scenes that I find funny. Unfortunately, it is not a majority of the movie. So
you're wrong. It's Brandon is the character you're thinking of.
Oh, Brandon? Okay. Who played Brandon? Okay. I don't know who the fuck, that might be the southern guy who was at the bar at the beginning. And shows up at the beach.
That might be the dude who shows up to beat up Eddie, and then Eddie has to convince him that it's not him that's cheating with his girlfriend, and they have a heart to heart about it.
I think you're right because I said the guy looked like a young buff Will Arnett, and that's looking at this guy. That's what he looks like. So yeah. I liked him too. Actually, I thought he was funny. I think he's horrifying in a real life scenario. He should not be hooking up with anyone. I told you when we were watching the movie, this is the kind of guy who's going to murder his spouse one day, and I believe that. So we should not be encouraging this guy to get into a relationship with anyone. But his scenes with Eddie were funny.
Yeah.
So I liked those aspects, but it's not enough. This is still a shitty movie. It's not enough.
Sure.
Before we go into more of the movie, can I ask you a question? Go ahead, say what you're going to say first.
I was going to say this definitely has more of, the Disney Channel charm.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, like this, like if this were a Disney Channel movie, it'd probably be pretty well remembered. Instead, it's a theatrical release that everyone is like, why was this a theatrical release?
Yeah, I did like the music more in Glitter for the most part, and I didn't like the music in Glitter, but I will say one thing I'll give this movie. There was a song I almost liked in this one. When Kelly Clarkson at the end of the movie is singing her song on the beach, I thought she had like a lot of passion in her voice. I was actually getting into it, and then they bring up the backup vocalist, and it's like, oh, well, now I'm not into it so much. Like, this just sounds like any other 2000s thing now. Like, and now she's also not going as hard on it because she's singing with the backup vocalist. It's like, that doesn't sound as good.
I feel like none of these songs are really Kelly Clarkson's style.
Not the ones I like, at least.
It's very poppy, very like Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears, that type of music. There's even a scene where Brandon spits off with a rap. Dude's got some bars, some really terrible bars.
Oh God, yeah, we bringing Vanilla Ice back into this. You want to say what you said?
I asked you who would win in a rap battle, this guy or Vanilla Ice, and you gave it to Vanilla Ice. Which, like, fair. I think you're right.
I did say just barely, because I do think it's just barely, but
True.
but yeah, it's Vanilla Ice. At least in this movie, though, like there's a self-awareness. Like this guy is like he is a douchebag, and the movie's aware he's a douchebag. You know, it's like
Yeah.
so it does have that, but like even though I say that Cold as Ice is much. It's like ranked. I think Cold as Ice is like in the top 20, where this is like in the not the bottom 20, but it's
Cool as
it's
Ice
in the
is
middle.
just funny. It's just a funny movie.
It is very funny. It tried really hard to be cool and failed so hard that it is like really funny. I was gonna ask, just like if Mariah Carey, how do you feel about Kelly Clarkson?
The thing with Kelly Clarkson is she was kind of country music from a time period where I was like only listening to country music because it's the thing my parents liked.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelly Clarkson is very much like, you know, mom music, mom's minivan music to me.
Uh-huh.
So like, I think it's kind of lame, but Kelly Clarkson has a few that I'm like, that one's not bad.
I got lucky with my parents' van music because it's like music that I still appreciate, but I think it's music that like warrants being appreciated. Like my mom really loved ABBA, so I listened to a lot of ABBA, and ABBA's like referenced on Spiny all the time now. And then my dad loved like Rolling Stones and Queen, Billy Joel, and I loved listening to that. Like those are all still that's all shit I'll still listen to, you know. ABBA too. I love ABBA. ABBA's like ABBA went from guilty pleasure to like no. ABBA's everybody's guilty pleasure. It's not a guilty pleasure anymore. Kelly Clarkson growing up, I did when I was a kid. I did actually really like Because of You, Since You've Been Gone, and Behind These Hazel Eyes that appeared in like a lot of like best of CDs my sisters have, and those were ones that played where I'm like, oh, I actually do like these. You know, I wouldn't be honest about it, but I did like them. And nowadays, I first heard the song from a South Park episode, actually. It was the I Forgive You song. And I really like that one. I think it sounds nice. I like the message behind it, kind of just like looking back at like a younger, more innocent time, but also like, you know, it's like kind of looking back at a time with someone that you knew where maybe things ended on like a sour note, but then you realize how young you all were. And all that. Like, I like the idea behind that song. Obviously, under, like, certain circumstances. You can definitely remember something that was not forgivable from when you were young, depending on your life. But in the context of what I was thinking about, it was like, yeah, I really like the song, actually. I like how it was used in that South Park episode, too. It basically ended the pandemic specials. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of Kelly Clarkson, but she has, like, a number of songs that I really appreciate. So I do like her more than Mariah Carey.
Can I be honest with you? I
Sure.
I was talking all that. The song I was thinking of is a Carrie Underwood song.
Right before we started this, I told Matt that like, you know, I said I feel a little stupid for this, but I mistake Carrie Underwood and Kelly Clarkson all the time. And you told me, no, I think that makes sense. It's because, you know, they were both people on American Idol who I think they both won. I don't remember if Carrie Underwood was second place or she won. I think she won.
Yeah, but they also became like big country stars, right?
I think so. Carrie Underwood, I really love Live Inside Your Heaven, but Bo Bice, who also competed against her, also sang it. So I don't know if they're covering a popular song or. But I just remember they both released a CD at the same time, and both of them included Inside Your Heaven. And that was the only. And on both of their CDs, because my sisters and I think even my brother and parents really liked both of those CDs, and I couldn't give a shit about either of them. But Live Inside Your Heaven was like the one song on both of them where I'm like, oh, I like this song. And I still like those songs. I still like that. I like both of their covers of it too. I think both of them do a good job with it. But yeah. Anyway, I guess we should talk about a movie.
Sure.
Well, I went into how I thought about it pretty deeply. Did you say your thoughts on it yet? You did a little bit, but I don't know if you went all into it.
It's the thing is, it's like almost a time capsule movie for the 2000s, but it's like a time capsule of like so much of the worst tendencies of like 2000s films and 2000s music.
It's also a lazy one. Like it's boring.
Yeah, that too. Like it's not the strongest plot.
I'm gonna bring up High School Musical again. Like
I feel like it's a fair comparison.
High School Musical is a movie where it's like it's a product of the time, and a lot of people are going to associate it as, oh, it's my childhood, and the other half are going to be like, God, what a like that's like such a shitty part of that era, you know. The one thing I can say about High School, I'm in the middle. Like I grew up around people who loved it, and I liked it, but I wouldn't admit I liked it. But I definitely didn't like it as much as other people did. I watched the movie a total of 2 times, you know, and I've never seen the other two.
I never watched any of them. I was kind of annoyed by the songs that played constantly on commercial breaks on Disney Channel.
I actually the other night got like not the other night like months ago got curious and listened to the first album again, and I thought it was really funny. Like I thought they were like really catchy, but I was also like it'd be really funny to do a stupid H&M Brothers that's just High School Musical retold with these characters, and I might do that one day. We'll see. But I was listening to it. It's like these songs. I get why people got into this. There's such an energy to it. It's like really high energy. Like even to me, someone who can't take it seriously, I was getting invested. I was laughing at it, but it was just like it really got me sucked in because they're all like they're all competent singers. They're all getting really into it. And with High School Musical, they did like to an extent move the story forward. Not always, not every single one of them. There were some that brought the story to a whole. I mean, I think a good musical should use its songs to move the story forward. And it doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. It doesn't mean it has to like drastically move it forward, but it should have like a purpose. Where this movie, it felt like every time a song played, it was like you already get what's happening in the scene. You already get what the scene is all about, but we're just throwing a song in to drag it out for another 5 minutes. And
I
yeah,
mean,
it's a bad musical.
And also just to have music in the movie because it's supposed to be a musical movie.
The thing is, I think not America, I think High School Musical shows it's not hard to make the songs apply to the story a little bit. Like, okay, start of something new. The first song in High School Musical, it creates a starting bond between the two main characters, Troy and is it Isabella? No, it's not. I don't remember. It's Vanessa Hudgens' character. I don't remember her name. Might be Isabella.
Gabriella.
Gabriella. And then there's Get Your Head in the Game, I think is the second song. And that one, like, establishes what Troy thinks he needs to make his main focus. You know, they are establishing things. They are telling a story. It's doing it in a light way. High School Musical is not the best musical ever made, but I look at it and it's like, you watch something as shitty as Glitter and from Justin to Kelly, and you start to appreciate shit you used to make fun of, you know? You start to, like, say, like, no, there was actually a method here. There was, like, and as a kid, I just wanted to shit on it because it was what my sisters liked. But it was also just like, no, there is something there. There is like the songs do at least move the story forward. And that seems like the bare minimum. But there's a lot of movies out there that aren't doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And these are not doing the bare minimum with the song. This movie, Glitter had more justification for the songs in this movie, and Glitter had better sounding songs for the most part. The choreography does do a little bit for me in this movie. I think looking at the visuals during the songs in Glitter was worse than this one. This was overall a more fun movie to watch than Glitter, but the songs have no purpose. It's meaningless.
There were songs that felt like oh, this is a pop cue, this is a needle drop, but then, like, the characters would start moving their mouths, and it's like, oh, they're, like, singing this diegetically, because, like, it just feels like they dropped a random song in here. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh god, it's like so many of the songs would work better if they were just played in the background and characters were actually doing shit over them. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It just fucking takes its time. This movie. It's only an hour and 20. That's another thing. These movies are both so short, and they were such a drag to sit through.
Do you want to talk about who's in this?
Yeah, I think we actually could talk about this one a little bit longer than the last movie.
Maybe.
We did talk about Kelly already. She's not great in this movie, but I think I like Kelly Clarkson's voice. But she, like I said, she has the one song that I almost think is good, and then it's ruined by the backups. And backups don't always ruin a song, by the way. I don't want to make that clear. It's just they weren't needed for this one.
Yeah. I feel like something I think we gotta discuss is she and Justin's relationship actually, because it's not very good. Like
No.
they have this misconnection stuff early on, and the place that they actually meet is a whipped cream bikini contest where like Kelly Clarkson has been involuntarily signed up for this thing by her friends, but she shows up and like it's just being run by Justin. Like he's not. This is not some wacky misunderstanding. He is running the whipped cream bikini contest.
They're trying to act like Justin is like he's just misunderstood. He didn't actually want to be part of this. But not only is the implication he's been doing this for years, the way he talks to his douchebag friend at the start of the movie, he doesn't sound much different from the douchebag friend. It sounds like he's making a 180 change right here. It sounds like the movie is painting as being sincere, as he actually wants to change. But if you ever like come across someone like this in real life, it's very likely they're being manipulative towards you. They're trying to get you in bed. Like, that's how his character would play it out in a real life scenario.
Yeah.
Now, because this is a piece of fantasy, it's a fantasy movie to an extent. That's not what's happening. But, like, if you, like, the way he talks in the first scene, you know, Eddie's there trying to set them straight in that opening scene, telling them what they're doing is not right. And to give Eddie some credit, he doesn't hang out with these two throughout the rest of the movie. He's doing his own thing. He's trying to find his internet girlfriend, like a true hero would. But yeah, like, no, Justin isn't, like, as douchey as Dice from the last movie, but I don't think he's a great guy to hook up with. He kind of seems like a dishonest piece of shit.
Yeah, and then they have that scene on the boat, and like, there is like no chemistry here. It's the most like, ha ha ha, we're in a relationship. Ha ha, we like each other so much. Don't ask us to write anything where we like fall in love. Just buy that we're together now.
Well,
Just buy
actually,
that we like each other now.
well, actually, they both sing a song,
Yeah,
and they have
right.
nice singing voices. So you're wrong, fucking
Yeah, no,
douchebag piece of shit. Fuck you.
you can't sing a song together if you're not in love.
Yeah,
Why would they be singing together if they weren't truly in love?
that's what love is. If your partner doesn't have a good singing voice, spill acid in his face.
My partner doesn't have a good singing voice.
Your partner doesn't have a good singing voice. Your partner does
No,
have a good singing voice.
My partner has a pretty good singing voice. Their partner does not have a good singing voice.
All right, Mitzi, you know what to do.
Don't do that.
Satire. Anyway, yeah, they're not a great couple, and they do the whole misunderstanding bullshit. We should talk about Catherine Bayless. Well, I'm sorry, Catherine. No one's gonna bail you out of this one because she was a fucking miserable character in this movie who gets redeemed and doesn't fucking deserve it at all.
No.
She was like blatantly shitty in this. Like she was fucking terrible.
Yeah. And she tries to make it right at the end by like telling Justin the truth and trying to get them back together, and it's like, yeah, okay, you've still like completely betrayed my trust at this point. Like I you're making an effort, so I'm not gonna like completely dismiss you, but like you are gonna have to do a lot more than this to earn my trust back.
The way she talks too, she's even like, oh, I tried to get you guys apart, but you kept getting back together anyway. It's like, one, that almost didn't happen because of you, and two, it's just like the way you're saying that now, you're a manipulative piece of shit. Like I've met people who act like that before. It's not quite to this like Lifetime movie-esque. I don't know if I want to go Lifetime. This is like fucking Darman shit going on here. This is really bad. Like, fuck you. If I had a friend who acted like that, it would just be like, we would not be okay after that. You know, we would not like, we would be better because of that. At least like, okay, you did fix it, I guess. But it would also be like, if they like tried to talk to me afterwards, like, I'm not gonna say shit about this to anyone, but me and you can't talk for a while, all right? Like that would be where we're at. Like we're not, me and you are not gonna be like best friends again after this. That was really bad.
Yeah. Her other friend is Tiana from The Princess and the Frog.
Really?
Yeah. Which checks out. She has a good voice in this, I guess.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah. I mean, I don't like her character, but she's fine. I don't like any of the I don't like many of the characters in this. Out of the three girls, she's probably the best one. Out of the three girls, she's probably the best one. This movie does not write females well. What a shock.
That does mean she has appeared before in Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Ooh, welcome back, Anika.
She was also in Mufasa, so if we ever find an excuse to do Mufasa...
I'm okay if just don't make me watch Lion King. No, you probably will. I don't know. I mean, that's probably inevitable. Honest to God, I say that, but I mean, I'd love to shit on Lion King. What am I talking about?
Michael, haven't you always wanted a brother?
I've always wanted a brother. That's true.
Even though your brother's older than you, so you've always had a brother.
Yeah, but I mean, not like a quality brother.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
I love my brother, but I do hope if I die one day, like die young, and he feels bad, he hears that clip. but then he hears this part too, so he only feels like shit for a few seconds. He only feels like shit for a little bit.
I'll send this to him after you die.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Send it to him on VHS. Like have like a picture on the screen and send it to him as a tape. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Let's move on.
Eddie, who's
love him.
Palmer from NCIS. That's my mother watched a lot of NCIS. So the first time I watched this movie, I'm like, hey, that kid's on NCIS all the time.
I have family members that watch those crime shows. I don't know shit about any of them. SVU is the one I know the most about, and I don't know a lot about it.
NCIS is the one I know the most about because it's the one my mother was really fixated on.
I think SVU is a Law and Order show.
Yeah.
I just know it as SVU because it's like Sexual Victims Unit. And I think, yeah, Law. So you already said, yeah. CSI is the other one though. It's confusing because Law and Order and CSI both have like 20 spin-offs. I think NCIS has like 20 spin-offs too, actually.
NCIS has fewer spin-offs, but it does have a lot of spin-offs. Oh my god, they did like a Paramount exclusive Tony and Ziva spin-off show, which is like, people have been begging them to bring those characters back forever, so it's like, alright, fuckers, sign up for Paramount Plus. You can finally see these two characters again.
I was gonna ask who those two characters are, but it doesn't even matter because I get it. Like it's like one of those things. Like these shows have been on for like 40 years, so it's like okay, I'm sure there's actors who aren't on the shows anymore that came back for that for like a thing.
I don't think any of the original cast of NCIS is still on the show. Actually, I think all of the original cast has been replaced at this point.
They're like soap operas that air less frequently.
Yeah.
I liked Eddie. Eddie was fun to me. I enjoyed the character.
Yeah.
Out of all the characters in this movie, he was the one that I'd be able to hang out with the most easy.
He's definitely the part of this movie I remembered the most from having seen it previous.
Well, there's the scene where Greg breaks into their apartment and like punches him in the face, and then they end up having a heart-to-heart. And it's like, not only is it funny, but it's funny on purpose. Like, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny, and it is funny. Like, it's written well. It's a good joke. It's not, like, fucking 10 out of 10, this is great. It's, like, pretty, like, this would be, like, a weaker joke on, like, a Community episode or something like that. But it would also, but it's still, like, it's funny. I'm comparing it to something like Community. You know, that's something. It's short-lived. It's not a big part of it, but yeah, they made something genuinely funny for a minute or two.
Sure. I think Eddie is the most genuinely funny character in the film.
He's likable too. Like he is likable. His girlfriend frustrates me a little bit because she's looking for him the entire looking for him the entire trip and only finds him at the end, and it's because she didn't walk to the other side of the fucking sandcastle they agreed to meet at. Like, if I was meeting someone I met online and I said, meet at the sandcastle, I'm like, okay. And I was sitting on one side. It's like this massive sandcastle. I'm standing on one side. The first thing that would come to my head if I like, oh, they're not here on time. Well, maybe I should walk around the sandcastle.
Yeah.
And she doesn't do that. She does not do that.
Yeah.
And even if you want to say like, oh, he went off to play volleyball. Okay, he played volleyball that was like 5 feet away from the sandcastle, and that would have grabbed her attention because it's someone moving around quickly. And she has a picture of him, so she knows what he looks like. So yeah, I that was annoying. That was annoying, but I get it. It's to contribute to a bit. I actually do appreciate that they revealed she was real early in the movie. I'll give them that. Because another trope they could have done is, oh, we don't think she's not really real. The whole movie we think she isn't real, but then at the end it's revealed, oh, she is real. It's like that's not a unique joke. So at the very least, they avoided that.
Yeah. Are we at the end here? Is it time for us to vote?
I suppose so.
Alright. I guess I'm first here. And I think I kind of know which way this one's going. Cause, neither of these films are especially good, but, like, From Justin to Kelly has a few things working in its favor. It's the more entertaining watch. It held my interest more than Glitter did. So I gotta give this one to From Justin to Kelly.
Yeah, it's got better color. It's got some characters that actually have some charm to them. I do think it does the music worse. I will say that I think the songs are worse, but the choreography is like much better. And Glitter doesn't like make up. If Glitter had like 10 out of 10 songs the entire time, I could understand going for the ones like I would be like saying it's really really unfortunate that these great songs got paired with the shitty movie, but they're not great songs. They're just a little better than this movie songs. That's debatable because it's like so. The I'm what am I even comparing that by? The tone of these songs are so different, you know. Um, I just liked listening to the music and Glitter more than I enjoyed listening to this music. So yeah, it's to me it's definitely From Justin to Kelly. Not a great movie. I still think it's shit, but it's shit with a little bit of merit to it every once in a while.
Yeah, I agree. The audience is against us. 71% for Glitter, 29% from Justin to Kelly. It is like a smaller number of votes than usual, and we did get some comments that were like, "I don't even know what these movies are," so
This might be
I'm
the
not
this
voting
might
for either of them.
this might be like the. Is there a movie that maybe the ET or Tarzan knockoffs would be less known than this? Like I remember those not being like what are those? What went up against what were the two? One of the oh wait, one of those was like a real it was Macamee, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the other one that was like nothing. No, Macamee is wonderful. Uh Tromby. What was the Tarzan? Neither of the Tarzan ones I ranked that high though. I don't think.
no,
Sheena was fine. Sheena was like I like the animal use in that movie. I remember the animals in that movie. The animal training was good. But I'm getting off topic. It's one of those things where it's like, in terms of a pair where either of the movies are like neither of the movies are well known. This might be like the most obscure one we've done. It's close at least. Like, I don't think people remember this shit at all.
yeah,
Mosquito versus Skeeters is probably worse. Mosquito versus Skeeters is
yeah.
probably less
Mosquito
known.
versus Skeeters is one of our more obscure ones. Probably the most obscure one.
This one wouldn't be
Maybe,
obscure if we did it in the early
maybe
2000s.
Turkish Star Wars versus Three Death Adam.
Yeah,
Those were a little obscure.
it just feels like the people who love those though, like the people who know those and like really know them, like there is a fan base for it. Where it's
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I don't think there's a fan base for these two. Because the only people who could possibly like this are gonna like something else way more.
Yeah.
Because these are not so bad it's good films. They don't fall under that category.
No. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I first heard about them from the official Razzie movie guide, which was about like funny bad movies, and it had these two. But like,
Mariah Carey won, didn't she? I think
she
she won a
might have
Razzie.
she might have won a Razzie. I'm sure Kelly Clarkson did too. From Justin to Kelly won a lot of Razzies. But I guess here on Hollow Victories, From Justin to Kelly wins.
Woo!
All right. Michael, this month, and by this month I mean June, even though this is coming out in July, we got some pretty big YouTuber movies, I think. And so I think it's maybe time that we dive back into some more movies directed by YouTubers. It's two high school comedies from
Mm,
beloved YouTubers. It's the return of Shane Dawson with Not Cool versus the Fine Brothers F the Prom.
fuck you. I was like thinking there's two wait, the second you said there's two ways this can go. It's gonna be reviewer based movies. So I'm thinking like maybe James Rolfe and Linkara. And then or it could be high school. And then you said high school. I'm like, fuck. I know the second you said that I knew the two movies. I knew them. I'm like, God fucking damn it.
But
gonna,
it feels like a really obvious matchup too, though, right?
It is. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. And there's a chance, a fucking chance, I will have a good time watching these. I've never seen them. It's not like Fred versus Smosh where I was aware of them ahead of time. There's a chance I'll enjoy shitting on them because I'm so familiar with the era, you know? I'm so familiar
I
with these
do
fucking
feel
people.
like I feel like any time we've done like YouTuber focused movies, the riffing material is really good. Like we maybe hate the movies, but we have fun making fun of them.
The thing is, Smosh and Fred, I hate it. Like, they're bad movies. They're terrible movies. I had fun watching them because it's just like...
Yeah, and then the same with the last Shane Dawson movie, Smiley.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was funny. That was a funny riff. It's just one of those things where it's like we're entering like territory that's like friendly to me, you know? Because I've spent even like to this day I spend so much time talking about online content.
Yeah.
Like that is like one of my passions. I like talking about it, and I do like talking about the bad with the good. And F the Prom, man. What's the other one called? I know it, but I don't remember.
Not cool.
Not cool. They're not cool. I think might be more YouTube focused. Where F the Prom, I think it's like it is the Fine Brothers, but I think they get like I think there's actors from Riverdale in that fucking movie. Like they actually get some like people who've been in like popular shit for that. It's like oh god, but it does resemble a part of the internet that I remember well. Like I remember really well.
Yeah.
I used to be a fan of a lot of the Fine Bros shit. Now I really don't have a high opinion of them. Shane Dawson I never liked, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'll talk about the Fine Bros next time.
I definitely enjoyed their shit in the past.
Sure. Until next time, for my co-host Makal, I'm Matt Presents. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.